Hey there, it's Ian with Eagle Business Credit. Talking today about working capital. What exactly is it and why do you need it? Quite simply, working capital is the lifeblood of your business. It's the cash you have on hand to pay your bills, meet your expenses, pay payroll, all the things you need to survive. And really, it's defined as the difference between your current assets and your current liabilities. But in practice, some of your current assets may not be as liquid as you might like. Your current liabilities are going to be the bills, your accounts payable that you need to pay, and anything else that's due. But your current assets can comprise a number of different things. Accounts receivable is one. You can have inventory and many other forms. But really, cash flow, being that difference between the two, is a little more tricky to define. I spoke to a business this morning that was in the janitorial sector, and great business, been in business for a long time. His customer, just out of the blue, changing terms on him. Previously, he was being paid net 10. So he was getting paid quickly. His accounts receivable were pretty current. They were being paid. So he was able to keep up with his bills, make payroll, do all the things he needed to do as a business. His cash flow was good. Now, his customers changing to net 45. Imagine the impact that that's going to have on his business and particularly his working capital. All of a sudden, his accounts receivable that were nice and liquid are not. They're going to be paid a lot slower. So he's going to need some help. And freeing up the cash that's tied up in one of his current assets using factoring is a great tool. So we're able to leverage that asset for him, give him cash up front, just like he was getting, in fact, quicker than net 10. We'll give it to him the next day after he issues the invoice. It's going to be a solution. And so he's going to keep his working capital, that lifeblood of his business, going. If you have inventory then, how do you actually leverage that asset? Well, there are a number of inventory lenders out there that will help you do that. You'll get some money against it, less than you would if you leverage your receivables, where you're typically going to get 80 to 85%, maybe more upfront. With inventory, you may see less than 50%. And an inventory lender will take a little longer than a factoring solution may to get approved and up and running. And usually they'll do a deep dive. There'll be a lot of upfront cost to get audited and have a survey done of the stock that you have that you want to leverage. But it is another way to get cash for what should be a current asset. Obviously, there's different speeds with which some inventory may move. But if you're looking to get an instant cash injection to get that working capital going, factoring is a great solution. Really, we want to see, who do you sell to? What are the terms? What kind of business do you have? Is it a service? Is it a product? If you have contracts with your customers, we want to see that too. But generally speaking, we're going to be much more focused on that than your financials or any other issues you may have with your personal credit. They're less relevant to us. It's about helping you free up your cash that's tied up in your receivables and get that working capital really going. It will bridge that gap between when you complete the service or deliver the product and get paid, and really is a smart way to get funded and improve your cash flow. We don't need those financial statements. We won't put covenants on you or set targets for your financials to achieve. We really just want to know who are your customers and how do you sell to them. You don't have to do a borrowing base with factoring as well. It's a lot simpler. It will give you that instant cash. It will give you a higher advance rate than, say, a bank line of credit that's based on your receivables will. And really, it's a great solution. It could be a goldmine for your business to release that cash flow. Give us a call.